myself like super duper spiritual. I go in and out of spirituality depending on my mental health. Admittedly, I do kind of lean into it for a more entertainment, amusement, and delusion kind of function, as opposed to actually basing my worldview and seeing it as a sort of faith. But yeah, so I do have some tarot cards. I like to read tarot cards on occasion. This is an Ipsy pouch that I keep my Rider-Waite tarot deck in. Rider-Waite is like the classic tarot deck. And these ones are so bowed, okay? Because my hands are only this big. Like, let me see if I can just get one card out. So like, the card is nearly as big as my hand. It's very difficult for me to like shuffle them. I didn't know how to shuffle cards until I got tarot cards, and then I kind of had to learn how to shuffle a deck of cards. But yeah, these are my... So they're bowed because I always hold it like this. It's easier to shuffle if I have a surface to shuffle on. But yeah, these ones are definitely well loved. The edges are kind of tattered, and the cards are all bowed and bent. One of my favorite ways to shuffle lately has been kind of holding it like this, and then using, so I have the deck between my middle finger and my right thumb. So on my right hand, this is my dominant hand, I'm holding it with my thumb and middle finger, and I'm using my index finger to kind of like secure it in place, and then with my left hand, my non-dominant hand, I'm just going to hold the other part of the deck, and I'm going to take my thumb and swipe. And I do that very quickly until cards jump out. Like those do. So the ones that jumped out were the Fool and the Magician reversed. So the Fool is about new beginnings. Like, notice how he's like walking off a cliff, the sun is out, all he's got is a flower and a bag of probably the least amount of belongings in the world, but he is happy, he is free, he's about to jump right off of that cliff into the unknown, and he couldn't be happier about it. He's the Fool. And what's that saying? Ignorance is bliss, and he is ignorant and he is blissful as well. So this is just about like jumping into the unknown and just being so fearless to take that leap of faith, basically. And then this other card, the Magician, so upright, you can see that he has every suit of the tarot deck. So he's got the wands, the swords, the cups, and the pentacles. And he is the Magician. His power is infinite, okay? And he is surrounded by abundance and prosperity, and things are just kind of flourishing because he is using his resources and able to manifest infinitely. So this is the Master Manifestor card. But when it's reversed, kind of the meaning is kind of inverted and like reversed and like the opposite of that. So something about like blockages, like your manifestations aren't coming through, like that sort of thing. Like you don't feel like you are the master of your fate. You don't feel like you can properly manifest. Like that's kind of the energy that I'm getting from this card. It's interesting that it's paired with the Fool, because to me that kind of just says like you're being held back by all these doubts that you can't do it, but you just need to understand that the universe has got your back. Like, just do it. The worst that could happen is that you gain experience. That's genuinely what I'm getting from these cards. So that's kind of what it looks like when I pull cards. I take it very symbolically. I love the pictures on the cards because I feel like they say so much about the meaning of the card, which is very helpful because there's a lot of cards in the decks, so it's hard to keep track of all the meanings and whatnot. And I definitely take it more like as is. So whatever you think the cards are telling you is what you in your mind knows, like what you know you need to hear. That's like, I don't know, it's like for me, it's a way that I can tap into my subconscious and understand like what the parts of myself that I'm trying to like push down and hide. And the cards are kind of just like a vehicle for me to move my subconscious and my unconscious beliefs up to the surface and be like, okay, if that's the message that I'm getting from these cards, that message was already inside me. I just needed the cards to kind of pull it out. You know what I mean? The second deck I have is called the Phantom Wise Tarot. And I picked this up at a Barnes & Noble actually fairly recently. So for the longest time I've only had one deck of tarot cards, but last year I decided to pick this one up too. I saw it in the store and I just couldn't leave without it. It's so pretty. It's got like these like silver decorations. And it says it's from the author of The Night Circus, and this is from Erin Morgenstern. And the inside of the box is red, which is fun. It's like a nice pop of color. It comes with a little booklet telling you the meanings of all the cards. And that's also what I like about tarot, is that like every deck kind of has like a different meaning just based on like the personality of the deck. I think each deck has its own personality. Like my Rider-Waite tarot deck, to me that's very straightforward, blunt, like just like surface level, like it is what it says it is. This deck I use for like the ugly truths, the hidden stuff, the things I don't want to acknowledge. Like this one very much feels more like dark alleyway, like film noir, like Alice in Wonderland, nighttime circus vibes. This deck feels a lot thicker and the cards are kind of slippery. They've got like a plasticky laminate texture. I can't even describe it, but the design on the back is super duper pretty. It's super ornate and I love all the moon imagery. But yeah, this one, you can hear it kind of squeaking against itself. This one is also bowed because my hands are too tiny to not bend the cards, unfortunately. I don't know how to get around that. I see all these TikTok tarot readings and their cards look flat, so I don't know what my problem is. I don't know how to play nice with my cards, apparently. That's probably why my readings always suck. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, this one, super pretty, so I'm just gonna pull the card out. This one is Justice. Like, look how gorgeous this is. Oh my goodness, we've got this beautiful lady here. She's holding the scales. She's got like a sword on her back. She looks very like sure of herself. She looks just very at peace. And if we look in the booklet, and find Justice, it says, Justice, a figure holds a set of scales lightly in one hand, anticipating a weighing of evidence. A sheathed sword rests on their back, ready to cut through that which obfuscates in order to reach what is fair and just. This is a place of restoring balance and harmony, a time to view things with a rational eye. A time for stepping back, observing, assessing, and then doing what must be done, truth and justice, and receiving what is deserved. So this is very much like a card about like, wow, my bang, okay, about just like a quiet contemplation, like just observing and letting things like naturally find their natural order. And like, I just think it's just, the art is so pretty. I'll see if I can find another card for you guys. this card is super cool. This is this deck's version of Judgment, and you can see, I don't know, is that freaking Anubis? Who is that? I don't know, but he's weighing the heart against the feather, which is like that Egyptian mythology kind of aspect. So I like that it kind of like pulls from other like mythologies and cultures and spiritual practices to kind of give the meaning of the card an added layer of complexity. So like it gives it different lenses to view it through, you know what I mean? Because like it really does boil down to like, is your heart lighter than a feather? Are you getting into heaven? No. But just like, are your actions in alignment with your morals? Are your values coming through in your behaviors? Are you getting what you dole out? Like that sort of thing. Like, is this just a consequence of the choices you've made? Are the choices you've made in alignment with your heart and your highest good? These are good questions to reflect on. I'm gonna pull one more card. Okay, the High Priestess jumped out. Look how pretty this, I just love how beautiful this deck is. I just think the art style is so unique, and like, I just love the lack of color. So, the High Priestess. It says, between two columns, one black and one white, a figure sits existing in the space between. One eye is covered, looking only inward, while the other looks outward. A book sits open, waiting to be read by the light of an impossible moon. Here is the guardian of secrets and solitude and hidden things, a time to pause and contemplate and understand what is being sought, to plume hidden depths and ponder mysteries beyond new. Oh, mysteries both ancient and new. So this is just a very, like, to me this is a very introspective deck. Like, it's very murky. It's very like, I don't know, what do you think it means? Like, it's not going to just like outright tell you like, this card means you need to get a job. This card means you need to tap into your intuition. Like, it's like thought exercises. It's like, this is about just assessing, observing, taking it in, soaking it in, existing in the world, and seeing how the world exists in you. And then this is my next tarot deck. It's called Cat Tarot, and it is illustrated by Megan Lynn Cott. And my family recently got this for me. I like the little holographic detail on it, and I just think this is the cutest deck. This has been my favorite deck so far, just because it's so endearing and adorable. I've got the little kitty cat peeking out, so I'm just going to... Isn't that cute? This one does come with a little booklet that tells you the meanings. What I really like about this deck is that the booklet tells you the meanings of the cards, and then the meaning of the card when you pull it upright as opposed to reversed. I find that is so helpful because I am frequently pulling reversed cards. So it's nice to know the reversed definition, because sometimes it's not so easy to interpret. You'll get a card like the Chariot, which is about like pushing forward, like you're on the chariot, like you're on the path, you're going places. But when you get that reversed, it's like, does this mean I'm stuck? Does this mean I'm on the wrong chariot? Does this mean I'm on the wrong path? Like, what exactly are we pulling here? But like, having the reversed meaning in the little guidebook is very helpful. I usually just Google all of my tarot cards anyways, because I don't have all the meanings memorized, and it can be really difficult to interpret, especially when the card, like when you pull 7 cards at once and you're like, what's the story? Like, what is this telling me as a whole? But yeah, this is the deck. Super cute. Also bowed, but not so much, because this is a newer deck and the cards so it's a little easier to shuffle. The illustrations are too freaking cute. I also like, with this deck, they didn't just turn the Rider-Waite deck into like a cat. Like, they didn't just do that. They made it into cat specific scenarios. So, like the King of Pentacles, they could have just put a cat on a throne, like in the Rider-Waite deck. But no, they made it a cat that is indulging in a big ol' bucket of treats, because that really is the King of Pentacles energy. Like, sitting on your throne, like, you have access to all the resources. The resources are yours, and you have nothing stopping you from indulging in them. Like, the world is your oyster, and you own all the oysters. Like, that is King of Pentacles energy. But in cat world, it's just having access to the tub of treats with the lid off. Like, that's just so precious. Okay, I just shuffled and 2 cards jumped out at me, and they are the Knight of Cups, and I don't know. Is this also cups? This might be cups. This might be like a 5 of cups. 5 of cups, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 bowls in here, so it's probably the 5 of cups. And then I'm gonna read you the definitions from the booklet. And it tells you a little intro about each suit as well. So the suit of cups, sometimes called chalices or hearts, is all about the element water, represented here by dishes and bowls. Think flow. Our emotions, our spiritual needs, our psychic adventures. Cups encompass our relationships and our souls. I'm not even showing you the booklet. Oh my god. So, we pulled the 5 of Cups. So, the 5 of Cups, a warning. There may be loss, sorrow, or departure. It could also be spiritual exhaustion, but rest assured, all is not lost. So, upright. It's hard not to focus on our empty bowls. There may be some confusion, endings, or disappointment on the horizon. Perhaps it's time for a change of scenery, especially if it puts some distance between you and those causing you anguish, not anxious. There's no turning back, but you'll move on. A bridge in the distance is a good sign, leading you to where you're supposed to be. Friends and family may provide fresh bowls and help you move forward. That's cute. Like, the meanings are very cat adjacent as well. And then we also got the Knight of Cups. Did I say King of Cups and then Knight? Okay. Knights show up when there is a declaration to be made. The Knight of Cups invites you to look at your beliefs and goals to figure out if you're on the right path. Upright. So owls symbolize wisdom, so take a good, hard look into the wisdom that surrounds you. Maybe not too hard. Nothing is less wise than getting one's head stuck in a flower pot. Through imagination and knowledge, you can find your own true path. Emotions reign. Let them, and don't be so quick to judge others while you're on this journey. So don't get your head stuck in a flower pot, but be open to checking out what's in the flower pots. I love that. I think that's so cute. So yeah, that's my favorite deck so far. It's just so cute and endearing and playful. I think playful is the best word to describe it. It's very playful, and I think life should be more about play. Raise your hand if you want to play. And guys. Thanks for sitting with me throughout this video. If you have an interest in tarot, let me know. Maybe I'll make more tarot videos. Maybe I'll do a read